Hello folks, the Celtic Nerd here bringing you another nerdy video. And we are going to be progressing the story of Dragon Age The Veilguard. So let's get to it. It is unwanted guests. Actually, hold on, before I go anywhere, I should always check to see if my companions want to have a word. Oh, yes. They do. Whoa, I almost progressed missions before I did side stuff. We'll go and do Tash. Sorry, let me rephrase that. We are going to go talk to Tash and do her quest.
Hey, remember the dragon we were talking about with the lords?
Which one? There were a few in that conversation.
The fire breather that was killing people. Veil Jumpers sent word. She's in Arlathan Forest. Destroyed a village and turned it into her new lair. I've got the location from the Veil Jumpers. We can go whenever you want.
Okay. So it looks like we will be bringing... I hope they get repaired. It looks like we are going to be tackling slaying the Fang Scorcher, and we'll be traveling with Tash and Balara instead. So there's Balara and Tash. Now, I do like the relationship that Balara and Tash seem to have. Tash is very curious about elven traps and the elven ruins, and tends to ask Balara about them. And then there's also a bit of a support thing going on ever since we discovered some things about Balara's brother. Tash has been sort of trying to comfort her in that regard. We haven't really heard Balara comment on anything that's going on with Tash. Like there's not really any questions being asked about dragons or anything like that. Not to my recollection. If there was a moment and I missed it. There we go. And again, the hand thing is we've now completed.
If you're looking for traps, there's a place on Drool's Gauntlet.
Yeah?
Yes, it's really ancient, old Elvenon ancient. It's supposed to test hunters who want to wield the mightiest weapons. It's filled with traps. No one has made it through in ages. Well, not in one piece anyways.
And these are real traps, not broken down magic?
Made by Andrul's own priest to test the greatest warriors of Arlathan. I saw a hunter go in years ago. A few minutes later, big flash of light and his head shot back out. On fire.
Okay, yeah. That sounds pretty great.
The fuck? So, So we saw a continuation of their discussion about how Balara unfortunately gave Tash the news that a lot of the traps that are in Elven ruins are really just ancient magic breaking down, which is what, and malfunctioning, which is why it's usually fire. And yeah. Tash was very disappointed, but I guess, holy shit, I would not mind it if that turned into an actual quest line, like one that we can participate in. Like that would be really cool.
We need that report Ireland is asking us.
Okay. So yeah, folks, that's just again, I am making a mental note of certain things, like certain discussions that are taking place between companions. Because I have there's going to be a pretty significantly, like, okay, I'm imagining it's going to be one of my longer videos, but like, it's going to be a serious topic. It's probably going to get me some hate comments. But like, no, it's going to be a video I feel like is well needed to do.
They're dead now. Nice one.
So yeah. I'm also going to be making a mental note of some of the quests that Tash initiates. Like, such as this one. Hold on. Strange gravity magic going on. There we go.
Trouble coming.
It is a shame that Tash uses, again, hand axes. I think it would be better if they used like a proper, like, classic, like, double-handed axe. Because like when I think barbarian-esque characters, I think, you know, I do think axes, but I do think two-handed. I don't know why the writers decided to give this particular barbarian-esque character, you know, make them a dual wielder. Maybe it fits their aesthetic more. I don't know. It feels like it would be cool if we would have gotten options. You know? Oh, damn it! There was a shortcut we could have taken. Oh. I hated this area. This is where Rook does that unbearable hand puns segment. But yeah, could have taken a shortcut. Well, in all fairness, we could have also fast traveled. The ultimate shortcut, but Okay, this was not a village, so I don't know what Tash meant by when they said, oh yeah, this thing, you know, killed people and destroyed a village, and it's now set up its lair in the village. Like, what village are you talking about? Alright, we still need to go up, it seems. And we need to activate. Yep. That's what we do need to activate it. Okay. Nope, the aim is... Oh, no, it's on. Okay. I thought the aim was slightly off there. There we go. Ah, it's a doorway that was not accessible earlier. Okay.
All right. The dragon's a fang scorcher that attacked villages. We're close to her lair.
This shouldn't be too bad, right? We fought 2 dragons at once in Hossberg.
The dragons we fought in Hossberg were being ordered around by the gods. They were attack dogs. This is a wolf, a big wolf, fighting in her own territory. Be ready. This is your first real dragon fight.
You said the dragon's a fang scorcher. What are they like?
Fire breather, related to the Ferelden Frostback. Think of her like the dragon version of a bobcat or a fox.
It's a little larger than a bobcat.
I mean, she's small and sneaky for a dragon. Attacks with fire from a distance to soften up her targets. And she's mean. Scorchers hold a grudge longer than my mother.
You said she attacked villages. Are we dealing with another attack in a city like Treviso or Minrathous?
No. Something got her to start hunting a ways off.
Something like what?
Dunno. Hoping we find out while we're here. But right now, focus on taking her down before she kills anyone else. Including us.
This is your dance. Show us the steps.
Stay in the trees as long as you can. It's gonna get hot when she sees us. Hey, Valara. You gonna be okay with this dragon?
Oh, definitely. It's interesting seeing how the magic is more stable in this part of Arlathan. Does the dragon somehow stabilize the ambient magical energy, or did it pick the location because of less ambient magic?
I don't know. We'll find out after we kill her. Hang on. Something's off with that crap up ahead. Let's go up through there on the left instead.
What's wrong?
I don't know. The way that debris is placed doesn't look natural. Or like something a dragon would do.
If you say so, you're the dragon expert.
Careful. She can hear metal clanking from a half-mile away.
You heard Tosh. Light steps.
You know how to take orders.
We're here to kill a dragon. I'm inclined to listen to the expert.
Did we just get a cowboy hat unlocked? We're gonna have to check that out once we're back at the lighthouse. Because it certainly looks like we did. Now, normally I would destroy things looking for loot, but for the sake of the narrative, I'm going to actually avoid smashing things. Oh, was that chests? It is.
What's that? Hunting call. Spooks prey, so they bolt out into the open.
I can see how that'd work.
Wait.
Antom. Haven't seen many Antom in Arlathan before. Wonder what they're doing here.
No idea. But they were setting an ambush.
Guess they didn't know about your keen sense of smell.
Come on. We can circle around. Hit them where they're not expecting us.
You would come for the Fang Scorcher. Automata!
Like that. They've got us in range. Ready.
Everyone all right?
What did the Antom mean? They knew I'd come for the Fang Scorcher? I only came because she attacked villages.
Maybe they baited it into attacking the villages somehow to lure you out here.
For the Dragon King, whoever that is.
Stupid name. Let's look around. I need to know what's going on. Bastards! They're the ones who've been capturing dragons and blighting them, turning them over to Gillenane in exchange for power. Hisra Marla Boshvatari Brock! We knew the Antom were involved. Now we know it's the Dragon King. That's who we find and kill. We can get to the Fang Scorcher's lair out through there, whenever you're ready.
Ooh, that is a cool helmet. But we did also unlock a new helmet as well, which is why we actually unlocked a new thing. So we actually got like this sort of hat here. I'm going to disable my appearance thing just so we can take a look at it. So, okay, so it's supposed to be like a combination of, I don't know what type of hat it is, but like it looks cool. If I would definitely wear it if I was playing more of a, oh, I'm blanking on the name. The Lords of Fortune. But yeah, no, that's my people's helmet. And I'm also wearing Fail Jumper attire. But yeah. The only thing I don't like about this outfit is the barefootedness. I'm not a fan of it. And then unfortunately, this outfit looks silly with this helmet, so... Oh, there we go.
Look out! Fire! Use cover on the left. Move! All right, she knows we're here. That means quick beats quiet. Stay clear of the fire. It's like oil. It's on you and keeps burning.
More on Tom!
There was on Tom. There you go. It's on the fire. Oh, that is a fucking beautiful dragon. I love this sort of fight, like glowing effect along the, like the sides of its horns, the sides of the neck, the underbelly, and then along the fucking tail. Oh, that is stunning. Okay, back to actual combat though. You know what? We're not gonna trigger any of her abilities. We're gonna keep Alara ready for the sake of healing. So she gets taunted. Unfortunately, she already started her attack, which is why it's all that weak. Okay, taunted does not last very long. Alright, heal me. It's almost staggered. again.
Thank you.
Locking onto it for some reason.
You got it. Hitting us from range. Ranged incoming. Hitting us from range.
Oh, it dumped its head like an ostrich to breathe fire underground to then erupt underneath us like a volcano. That's pretty cool. Might steal that for a D&D dragon.
Next one, Tom.
No sweat.
it. Like, nothing is that good as that. And there we go.
Good work, everyone. Chakra to Ebra. Today, you're dragon slayers. Now let's see what she had in her lair. Probably that big building over there.
I will say, having all that mana was really useful, especially when I switched to the staff to block those blows. Like, so cool, very satisfying. You know, blocking the and this did block one attack. I timed it by accident. I actually don't like doing the parrying with the arcane knife. But okay. The only reason why I use the arcane knife is because of the healing we get from it. Holy shit. Shit.
Let me know when you're ready to get out of here.
Now, unfortunately, the Lords of Fortune will probably return a lot of this money to anywhere where it is who owns it culturally. For a small fee, but still. Alright, we got a new unique weapon, the Heart of Fire. Using fire ability applies burning to you and nearby enemies. There are some builds that would be advantageous for us to be on fire, but not what I'm going for. This is where I miss the effects of like older Dragon Age games. I would have really liked to have given, like particularly like Dragon Age Inquisition. I feel like they took away some of the best parts of Inquisition, in my opinion. There we go.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Let's head out now.
So I said the Lords of Fortune were about 600 away. Now they should be about 400.
Trophy from the Fang Scorcher?
She was a good fight. Thanks for listening to me during the hunt. Not everyone does.
Anyone who doesn't listen to you about dragons is an idiot.
Or a meal.
Ouch. When you were standing over the dragon, you said something. Chakra to Ebra. It's the same thing your mother told you. You struggle the way you are?
You must struggle with what you are. It's what she told me when I was a kid. Still does. So I don't let the dragon out.
Meaning your fire breath?
It's not just about the fire. It's about how stuff makes me feel. What I do when I'm angry.
I've seen you get angry. When we first met, I saw you wreck those Antom who were after the Vinsimer.
Assholes.
But you've got it under control.
Barely. I can get this rage where I just have to break something and I can get stuck in arguments, needing things to be a certain way. The Antom would have turned me into a berserker, breathing fire across the battlefield, killing anything in my way. I don't want to be that.
You never will be. This whole team is here to make sure that never happens.
Yeah?
Same as we do for Lacanus with Spite, or Harding with her stone powers. You are Ravani. You have the freedom to let yourself feel things instead of locking them down. I mean, we just killed a dragon thanks to you. How hard can anything else be after that?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Think I'm ready to talk to my mother about who I really am.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just killed a dragon. How hard can talking to my mother be after that? Might invite her to the lighthouse. Maybe that way she doesn't spend the whole time talking about that old tablet.
I'm still a little concerned about whoever sent the Anton. They mentioned the Dragon King?
Yeah. The asshole who's capturing dragons and blighting them for Gillinane. I'll ask Isabella to look for him. Still a stupid name. Dragon King. Dragons wouldn't have kings. They'd have queens.
The trap had failed. The Fang Scorcher was dead. But the Dragon King was a patient hunter. All he needed was a little help from a trader in the Lords of Fortune to set a new trap. And the bait was sure to bring Tosh running.
Okay. Oh wow, we just got an extra 100 Lord's Fortune from doing that. So let's open up our map so we can get a nice good look at the total Lord's Fortune. No, they reached it. That's it, folks. We reached it. 3-2. Are we... Oh, God. It looked like we're in their base. Yes, we are. Yes. Oh, my God. Please tell me we have the money to rank them up. Alright, let's see. The merchant is just here.
We've got the best
Yes,
gear for
we
your
have the money
beast
to rank them up.
fights.
Boom! Lords of Fortune, max the fuck out. Now, unfortunately, we now don't have the money to buy the items that we just unlocked. But, like, oh wow, here's one for gain 2 mana on hit with this weapon. You deal 10% more damage for every 50 mana that you are missing. Abilities now cost 50... Oh... That is really... That is really handy. That would mesh well, because again, I want to be able to... I get bonuses for missing health, or for me being at low health as well. So that is going to be very nice. Here's an upgrade for Tash. Tash gets 50% damage versus overwhelmed enemies. We don't really do any abilities that overwhelm. Ooh, we can upgrade our ring. So now when we're at low health, we get a 20% boost to our health. Sorry, to our damage output. But unfortunately, that is all we can buy as of this moment. We need to do some quests. Or I need to do my farming method, which I will be doing, as I said, later on. Actually, pretty much very soon. Actually, this might be my last video recorded for today. Now, again, to you guys, it won't mean anything because, yeah, you guys are not exactly seeing what I'm seeing. You guys will be... To you guys, the next video will most likely be up and running, ready to go. Or if this is the final video on that particular day, you would have to wait, obviously, a week. But yeah, most of you guys will be doing it at that point. But okay, so...
Have a good fight.
That is only 2 factions left that we need to max out. Okay, and again, I can either max them out by doing their actual missions, or I can end up doing it by the grind I'm going to be doing. So we're going back to the lighthouse, folks, and the reason why I'm not ending the video just yet, it's because of the potential big important dialogue that's about to go down, potentially between Tash and her mother. And then, which means the next video I do will be focused on talking about Tash. Again, I'm planning on dedicating a full video to her because of my own observations from within the game as well as... Actually, no, because I want to fully complete her storyline. So even after this video, I probably won't. Until we deal with her antagonist, which is the quote-unquote Dragon King, I should probably save doing the video.
This is where we eat.
I
So
see.
this is the infamous scene, folks.
Shathan.
Well, one of the infamous
It's good to
scenes.
see you again.
My child wished to show me where she now lived.
We made food. Here. Armada Special. It's what the pirates eat when they come to port.
This is too rich for me. Perhaps you could prepare some vegetables.
Fine.
She just went through the effort of cooking.
A few weeks in your company, and my child has lost what little civility she had.
The fuck? Bitch! like also, imagine walking into someone's... Okay, now, I actually had a friend who did this, and I did have a fucking talking to him about it. Like, again, just to give an example, I'm just going to refer to him as A. I had a friend named A, and one time he came to a barbecue that my family was hosting, a celebration for me. I believe this was for my... It was either for my confirmation or it was for my communion. Yeah, it was for my communion, because we didn't really do a celebration for my confirmation because I had a huge black eye. And my mother pulled out the stops. She went through the effort of making him, she made a whole bunch of chicken nuggets just for him. And he ended up fucking complaining. And so, like, pretty much the next day, I went over to his house, and I'm not letting him have at it, like, because again he was being very disrespectful. So this woman basically did the very thing. Like, her child makes her like a meal. Okay, like it looks like it's bread, 2 slices of cheese, and a fairly sizable chunk of fucking ham. Like, and immediately she's like, "Oh, can you prepare some vegetables?" Like, the fuck. And I just hate like holy shit. Like, I when I'm at my friends' homes and like they serve food, I eat it. I don't fucking complain. I don't like. There was a pizza that my friend's father served that I knew I wasn't gonna enjoy. I knew I wasn't gonna enjoy it. It was like this 4 cheeses type thing, but I shut the fuck up and I ate it. The only time you should really speak up is if you have an allergy reason. Like, oh my god. Oh, I want to be like, that's not my problem. Yeah, no. Fuck her.
Civility is overrated. And if you don't like the food, don't eat it.
It is rich, greasy, and disordered. Too many things together at once. It is the essence of Vervain. Of course Evitash would like it. This is what I face for removing her from the Qun.
Could you just try to show some affection to your child?
I do not need your instruction to show kindness to Evitash.
Well, what do you need? Give me a hint, because right now, nothing Tosh does is good enough.
Is that how it appears to you?
Yes.
I was never taught how to be a mother. Under the Qun, children are raised by those suited to such pursuits. I trained as a scholar. I was taught to think critically, to analyze without passion, and correct mistakes. You need not tell me that I am an inadequate mother. I am aware.
Then why did you leave?
When I see my child in danger, I act.
Here, vegetables.
See, no.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is one of the reasons why I have an issue with the whole idea of the Qun, is because again, what she is saying is 100% true. It is not. We learned this in Dragon Age Origins, where children are not raised by their parents. They're given essentially to a caregiver system, and then once they come of a certain age, they are then determined what type of career essentially they're going to live. And you can't change your career. Like it's again, it's an awful system. And so obviously okay, so clearly the mother, again, I can't remember her name. Clearly she does care for her daughter, because again, she was willing to leave the Qun. She was willing to leave the Qunari people because she realized, oh, my daughter is going to end up being fucking raised as a fucking berserker, and so she decided to take Tash out of that system. But here's the fucking problem with the way the Qun basically indoctrinates you into its way of thinking, is there is fuck all flexibility. You are brought again, like, we don't know what age. Actually, you know what? No, let's look at Tasha's age, because then we can also then look up her mother's age, which will give us a better sense of how long, because again, like, there's a reason why her mother is so inflexible, and again, it's because she clearly spent multiple decades, at the very least, living under the Qun, which does, again, already crushes flexibility. They are not an adaptable people. When, for example, like, once the Qunari stopped, having their war with the Tevinter, we saw how they couldn't react, and now the Antam broke apart. Like, they couldn't, we literally had the entire military branch of the country break away from the country, so that they're now essentially just bandits, which is hilarious because they do not see themselves as bandits. The only Qunari that are even given any kind of nurturing that would encourage flexibility are the Qunari that will eventually become spies, such as Iron Bull. But even then, his indoctrination is so that, like, he was so readily willing to betray the Inquisition. Now, apparently there is a way for you to keep Iron Bull alive. I did not meet those requirements. As such, Iron Bull did not have the flexibility to, abandon the Qun, to stay loyal to his friends, to his mercenaries. But anyway, let's see. Tash. Age. Let's see. Okay, so Tash is 22 years old. So, again, her mother's been trying to instill Qunari teachings and Qunari traditions into Tash, but Tash has so much experience through the Lords of Fortune and the other people of that she would have had experience with. Now, Shatan, I'm probably butchering that pronunciation. Let's see. Can we get information on her age? Okay, so not only is she a scholar, she was also a priestess. So, again, it's all about this. So it's weird that she's trying to raise her daughter, their daughter as Qunari, while fundamentally trying to rebel. I'm trying to see if there's any link to their age. They look elderly, like, what you would expect from an elderly person. Okay, I'm going to see if I... Shatan... age. Let's see here. I can get an age. Shantan's age is not explicitly stated in the game, Dragon Age The Veilguard, but she is likely an adult in her late 20 or early 30. What? I wouldn't say early, like late 20s. I would say early 30s to late 30s. So okay, so because because apparently Tash is 22. So yeah, no, it would have to be, she would have to be in her like late 30s, because if Tash is 22, yeah. See, with the Qunari, they probably would have strict laws on having children. Like, once you're entered this certain age, you probably are supposed to have, you know, what's it called? You probably have to have a child or something like that, you know, because again, it's your duty to continue the country or something like that. So yeah, okay, there could be allowances for her mother to be only 18 years or 20 years older. So I would, yeah, okay, yeah, so yeah. Her mother must be late 30s to early 40s. That's my opinion. So yeah, that's again, that's about 4 decades of that's about 20 plus decades of living under the Qun from the moment she was born.
So, I'm non-binary.
She just comes out and says
What
it.
does that mean?
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
If you are neither a man nor a woman, then what are you?
Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
If this is because I have criticized your dress or your manners...
It isn't!
Under the Qun, the term for one whose gender does not match the one given to them at birth was a Qunathlok. Perhaps you are like that.
Why do you have to keep picking at it? Why can't you just be happy for me?
Evatash, Chakra to Ebra.
So I'm supposed to struggle with who I am? Even if I don't feel like I fit, even if I feel wrong?
No, you misunderstood.
Then say it better! Why am I never enough for you?
I will go. Thank you for inviting me to your home.
Oh.
Panahedan.
Yeah, don't use that. Sorry, folks. There's a person watching this live. Yeah, no, they used a method of communicating with me that never works for me. Yeah, okay. So I want to comment on what just happened there. So we knew Tash was nervous about coming out as non-binary to their mother. We knew that. And again, Tash is a very blunt person because of how, for about, again, they're 22 years old, so let's say they started walking, talking around, I don't know, 5, you know, just around that age range. So for 15 plus years, and as we were stated in the previous cutscene, they were told to suppress their feelings. They were essentially encouraged to suppress. You know? And we've been encouraging Tash to embrace their Ravinian heritage, because that's where they grew up. We encourage them to embrace it. We've encouraged them, like, hey, be yourself. Like, you know, feel your emotions. You know, like, it's okay to let your emotions out. Like, you know, you're in control. And so, again, like, I've had situations where I was nervous about talking to someone And just to get it out of the way, I just state it. Now, have there been moments where sometimes where my nerves were too much and I waffled and I kept waiting to bring up the subject? Yeah, there were moments like that. But I've also had moments where, similar to Tash, just being like, you know what, fuck it. Here's the thing that I need to tell you. You know, just be blunt. Yeah, I've had moments like that, so I don't know why people had such a fucking issue with this scene. I honestly do not know. Like, I'm trying to see the arguments, folks. I am absolutely trying to see people's point of view. But no, from what we know of Tash, she speaks bluntly and again, I cannot pronounce the word. I know the word I'm trying to say, but I cannot pronounce it. She says, she gets to the point. She doesn't say a bunch of words. She will use as little words as possible to get the fucking point. So instead, her intent was to use this opportunity to come out to her mother that they are non-binary, and as such, they just say it. Now I know I refer to Tash often as she, but that's just my habit. But like, from what we know of Tash, they're just gonna fucking say it. They're not gonna waffle around it. They're not gonna be like, how's your day? Blah 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 blah. No. Tash is going to get to the point of this meeting, and just say it. And now, obviously, their mother being, fairly inflexible and, wanting to rationalize everything with in Qunari terms and not terminology. Again, because their mother, what's her name? I have her name right in front of me. Shatan. I'm trying to give away the shorthand that, like, the way they did with Tash. But unfortunately, if I shorthand it, it comes out as Shat. Which is another way of saying shit. So I'm just... God damn, there's no way. Okay, I'm just going to refer to them as mother. So mother being raised, again, she wants to live Qunari lifestyle. She wants to live that way while also trying to maintain the relationship with their mother. Sorry, with their child. And so, and because the Qunari don't have a situation of being non-binary, you're either one thing or the other, like, so the Qun does seem to allow for trans people. Like, again, they have a special term for it, where if you, like, so mother was trying to rationalize it that way. But again, obviously, Tash is going to take it a different way because of all the interactions that we've seen between Tash and mother. Because we know how Tash feels like they're not being supported. Again, there's a reason why we have the character option, the dialogue option, to snap at mother about it. We can just state, I don't like her, which I don't. Now, don't get me wrong, I can sort of understand, like, I can understand why mother is the way she is. Again, 15, bare minimum, 15 to 20 years of living under the Qun. And clearly having a strong desire to continue living under Qun culture, despite separating from the Qunari people as a nation. Like, she has not assimilated to living in Rivain, this will again, like I know I had issues coming out to my family. Well, okay, there were some members of my family that I had issues coming out to as being an atheist. I know it's not exactly the same thing. I don't mean to equate the two, folks. So I apologize if it sounds like I am. But like, for some members of my family, I just came out and said it. I'm an atheist. No follow-up. They just accepted it. They moved on. But I did have some family members who couldn't accept it. I had one family member who was curious. They asked me questions about how did I come to this decision, you know, all that, like, and they listened to my explanation and then they accepted me. I had one family member who flat out refused to accept my decision. They're like, no, you're not atheist. You know, you believe in God. You can go talk to God and all that, like. So I had it. So again, family members can be awkward, and in some cases with some family members you will get the support. Some will not like accept certain things due to their own religious beliefs, and this is what we're seeing right now. And so again, I sympathize with Mother in terms of like why she's having such a hard time with it, but at the same time, I do not like her. It's the same reason why I don't like your Sebastian from Dragon Age 2. Sebastian was really fucking religiously zealous. Like at least with Liara, with her religious zealotry in Dragon Age Origins, she did not allow it to dictate who she liked and did not like. She was still very readily accepting of Stan, Morrigan, all that. She really did not care, you know, who they, like, what they were. She only cared about, like, who they were as a person.
I know she's your mother, but I don't like her. You good?
Yeah. I'm not hiding anymore. How she takes it is her problem.
You sure?
Yeah. Come on. Don't let food go to waste.
And that's okay, and that is a very mature thing to do, considering that Tash was fearful about not being in control of their emotions just previously, and how she talked about, sorry, like just there, like I slip up, like how they talk about how sometimes they get so angry they just lash out, like, you know, they get this feeling deep down inside them, they just lash out. But like right there, that just acceptance of, like, you know what, I'm gonna let that, she's like, they are essentially saying their mother is gonna be who they're gonna be, and they're gonna accept them for that. Like, they don't have to like them anymore. Like, it's oh, what's this?
Thanks again for talking with me. Being non-binary feels good. And so does being more Ravani. Feels good to just own it.
Yeah, and I still can't believe how they create a whole fucking gym. And again, I like how they take one of that, like, they have these, like, this wood carving, clearly from our warden companion. But let's see, what's the deal with this quest here? Hey, baby dragon, remember you said you never... Okay, so we're going to end this video here, folks, because, again, it's long enough. We did a previous quest, and we did this whole important dialogue moment. I'll probably be readdressing this dialogue when I do my big Tash video, because, again, I am going to do a Tash video. I really am going to fucking do one. Because we're not done yet. And I've seen people talk about how the entirety of Tash's story is all about her just being, it's about them being just non-binary. It clearly fucking isn't. And, I'm pissed. Like, I would say if this is like the second, if this quest that we just picked up turns out to be the confrontation with the Dragon King, then okay, it's near the end, yes, but it's not the entire fucking focus. And it just really, really bothers me that people chalk it up to that. And because it's not. Like, let's see, I decided I'm going to look up actual list of number of quests that I have. So, hold on. Dev. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Well, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there are how many quests? There's 1, 2. There are 2 things listed here as actual quests. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 things listed as conversations. There's 1 gift. 1 thing listed as gift. And then there's there's 1, 2. There are 2 things listed as outings, 4 things listed as conversation, 1 gift, and 2 quests. So yeah, wow, okay. Wow, Emmerich has a lot. But anyway, the point is, that's like, okay, we've had like, what the hell? I'm trying to wrap my head around this, folks. Okay, so we're near the end, and again, it's really just pissing me off that everyone's like, oh, it's their entire story is just about them being non-binary, and it's so fucking isn't. The story is about them being who they are. Like, and it's, again, like, yes, the non-binary is a part of it, but it's the other part of it is being Rivaini. That how they were caught between being Kunari, Rivaini, and all their other stuff, like it, and then there. Oh my god, there's so much about it. And then there's, like, obviously the main antagonist, which is all about their identity as being what's called a fire breather. Like. Yeah, again, it's going to be a big video. It's going to be a fucking big video when I finally get around to talking about Tash strokes. Anyway, I'm the Celtic Nerd, signing out. One name, one sky, Salon, and Gov Malagut.